Hey y'all, iRick Guy here, and within this video I'm going to talk about the Vizio. It's a 40-inch 4K TV. Super excited to get it, super excited to mount it. You can see I used a laser level. It's perfectly mounted, fits this small space perfectly, but there's a problem. And I'm about to show you what that is. So if you've encountered the same problem, please comment below and tell me how you fixed your problem. I've already reached out to Vizio support, and let me show you what it does first, and I'll tell you what they said. So I'm going to power it on. This is the Vizio remote. I'm going to push the power button. You can see right here that's flashing. And it goes to SmartCast. So it's at SmartCast. And so now I'm at SmartCast, but if I press home, nothing happens. If I press menu, nothing happens. If I press input, or maybe I double tap input, that's what the support people on the phone said, double tap it. Nope, doesn't work. So all that I can do is press power, and when I press power, you can see it goes off. So give it a second, power it back on. Comes back to SmartCast. Menu button doesn't work. Home button doesn't work. Input button doesn't work. So basically, all that it's doing is getting me to a screen that does nothing. It's SmartCast. It does nothing. So the TV seems to be bricked. So what about a workaround? This is the only workaround I found, and it's not a fix. So what I got to do is go here. I got my power plug in this back room. So I'm going to unplug it, and while it's unplugged, I'm going to complain. And I'm mad. So I got this TV, got it online. You know, you order stuff online, you don't want to have to deal with shipping it back. It's brand new. I called Vizio support, and I said, hey, I got this new TV. I said, it looks great, but there's a major problem. When I power it on, it says SmartCast, and that's it. And I can't do anything else. So they stepped me through, and I will say Vizio support on the phone, I'll give them credit, they were friendly. They did not resolve the issue, but they were friendly. And they said, okay, well, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. Basically what I just did was one of the steps. So let me plug this back in. I'm going to show you what happens here. So I waited at least 15 seconds or so. So now, after physically removing the power plug, I'm going to power this back on. Well, okay, there we go. Yeah, look at that little light. Okay, now it's different. So now I can push input. After pushing input, I can tap it a few times. Uh-oh. Huh. You got to be careful. See, I just failed there. So when I powered it back on, I pressed input, but I didn't tap quickly enough. So let me power it back off and back on here and see if we get lucky again. If we don't, I'm going to have to power cycle it again. It is worth mentioning this TV is running the latest firmware as of whatever today is, January, February, March, April. I think today's what is today? April the 11th of 2020. I tell you, all this COVID stuff makes my days mix up. Okay, so see, now I'm pushing input. It's bricked again. It is bricked again because it's going back to SmartCast, which means what I got to do is unplug it again. I'm going to unplug it for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Stick it back in. This time, when I power it back up, I'm only going to press input one time. And after pressing input once, then I'm going to use the directional arrow to go to my HDMI 1 that I labeled as Fire TV, because it has a Fire TV stick in it. So I'm pressing input, and now I'm going to go over to Fire TV, which on yours would say HDMI 1. Now, I am at, SmartCast came back. Oh no. Okay. And see, now it's bricked again. If it goes back to SmartCast, it bricks. I did have it, prior to filming this video, I did have it to where at least when I turned it on, it would always go to HDMI 1. And since I use Fire TV Stick, at least when I turned it on and turned it off, it would go straight to HDMI 1, which would do my Fire TV Stick. But now it's not even doing that. Let's try one more time for the sake of having a good time. I think I may have failed to click the OK button after selecting HDMI 1. So we're going to power on. Okay, it's powering on, and we're going to press input. We're going to mouse over. Press input. We're going to mouse over to Fire TV. We're going to click OK. Okay, so now, it went back to SmartCast. Let's see if we can go to HDMI 2. Okay, so HDMI 2, I don't have anything plugged in. Now let's see if we can go to HDMI 1, which is Fire TV. Okay, now in my other pocket, I've got my Fire TV remote. Aha! Now,
all should be subject to the same justice.
I'm going to power off. So I powered off. This is another remote. This is my Fire TV remote. I'm going to put the Vizio remote away. This is cursed. Put this away. Now, for my Fire TV remote, if this still works as a workaround, when I press the power button on my Fire TV remote, it should come back up with Fire TV. And it did.
We all should be subject to the same justice. If it doesn't work that.
I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to. I mean, you don't need to watch TV or anything. But the point is that I can turn it on with my Fire TV remote. I can turn it off with my Fire TV remote. So unless something changes, my theory is that it should remain on HDMI 1, which is where my Fire TV is. But if at any point I go to another input and it goes to SmartCast, it's going to brick everything. I've never been able to get the home menu up on the Smart TV, which isn't a big deal for me because I'm using this with my Fire TV Stick. However, because it bricks the entire thing, you know, I don't have any confidence when I power this Vizio TV on that it's going to go directly to HDMI 1 and let my Fire Stick work. More importantly, when I purchased this TV, I purchased it with the expectation that I would have the Smart TV features. You know, again, not that I'm going to use them because I like Amazon's ecosystem, but the fact that it has all of that on paper, but I can't access any of it, is very annoying. So back to my support call again. The support technician was friendly, but he didn't offer a solution. I said, well, so you're telling me that this model of TV has a known firmware issue. You know, we went through, we updated, confirmed that as of, what did I say today, is 4/11 of 2020, that everything's current as of today. But, you know, their engineers are working on it. And I understand there's a global pandemic, and I'm not trying to push anybody to be unsafe. But my response to that was, okay, so there's a firmware version that has bricked SmartCast. So how do I roll back? They couldn't offer me a solution for rolling back. Well, what can you do? Well, you know, our engineering team is working diligently to roll out a fix. Okay, well, what if it doesn't fix it? You know, I bought this on sale. I mean, I got a good deal on it, but I got it. I don't want to get rid of this TV because it's 40 inches, fits this little space perfectly, and it has 4K. But they said, well, you can take it back. And I said, I don't want to take it back. I said, I want it to be fixed. I said, the TV seems as if it likely works. And if what you're telling me is firmware issue, then, you know, I'll tough it out. Well, you know, what if your firmware update that's coming doesn't fix it? Well, you know, you've got a 1-year warranty. So, you know, if I've got a 1-year warranty on this and their firmware doesn't fix it, you know, I'll be posting a follow-up to this video. You know, again, I'm not here to bash Vizio. Great looking product. I like the controller. Mounting this thing could not have been easier. It looks very nice. The blacks are just super black. The picture quality on this is phenomenal. I really like the picture quality. However, if you can't get to the picture because something bricks it every time you turn it on, again, what I'm doing right now is just a workaround with fingers crossed. You know, I have my level of confidence that this will come on every time when I power it on with the Fire TV remote, and that it'll go to HDMI 1 every time, is very low, as we just demonstrated during this video. So I am mad, and I'm posting this video because, number one, I hope that Vizio sees this and some sort of senior engineer comes back and says, oh, well, you know, what about you download this firmware to your thumb drive and it'll roll back to a working version. You know, that's what I want. I mean, I'm intelligent enough to insert a USB thumb drive containing a previous firmware that works. I'm intelligent enough to do that. So, you know, provide me the firmware. Or, if you're not Vizio watching this and you're a viewer and you've encountered the same or similar problem, did you find a fix, or did you find a better workaround than what I'm doing? Again, I'm not a gamer, so I don't have things plugged into the other HDMIs. I'm just using HDMI 1 with a Fire Stick for my TV. But, I mean, this is, it makes me mad. It really makes me mad because this is such a high-quality TV. But with that being said, if the firmware doesn't work and the firmware bricks it, there's not an option to ignore firmware updates. When I put this thing on the wall for the first time, it was before or after registration, I forget, but it immediately went in and you know, it said firmware update downloading may take 10 minutes or whatever. There wasn't an option to opt out. So as far as I know, out of the box, had this smart TV not been connected to the internet, it may not have bricked itself. But you know, did the factory reset, went into menu and went into factory reset, did that, and then also in the menu, within the menu button on the Vizio TV's remote, there was also an option. I think it was called like a soft restart or something. Tried that, didn't work. So, you know, I'm here with this, and I really don't want to go to the hassle of taking it off, boxing it up and all of that, if Vizio is confident that firmware is going to fix this and that I'm not dealing with a hardware issue. So, have you run into this? What did you do, or what would you do? I need help. So comment down below. You know, thanks for watching this video. If you found this video, you're probably experiencing the same or similar issue, and you're probably mad. I'm very mad. This is unacceptable. But again, the support technician I spoke with at Vizio was friendly, and they seem to, the way they said everything seemed to suggest that their confidence level that this is firmware related is very high. And that's the only reason I haven't shipped this back. That, and they said I've got a 1-year warranty through Vizio, you know, should the firmware that's coming not fix it. And I understand delays right now. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. So, you know, I don't want developers to get out and risk their lives just to fix firmware for myself and others that are encountering the same issue. It's annoying, though. Tell me what you think, and be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IRIXGuy. And y'all have a good day and be safe. Hey y'all, Captain IRIXGuy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IRIXGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.